Hey all, it's David. Had been busy with work the last few weeks, but finally had a moment to make an update. Let's see. Last weekend, we went to Rolla to take part in the MegaminerAI competition, finally, where I got this awesome shirt. There were four of us who went, one of which had already been before, two of them were newbies. So the guy with experience went off and joined another team, and myself, I led the two newbies on our own team. It went okay. Uh, the pathing algorithm I wrote up still had a few bugs in it, it turns out, and we weren't able to get them all sorted out in time. So I was stuck with naive pathing again. But I was able to fix the bugs in the pathing algorithm soon after we got back. So maybe next time. Other than that, it was a lot of fun. This time around, it was droids, which was you could drop units in from anywhere onto anywhere on the map, although it cost more to spawn farther away from your spawn area. And you were trying to defend hangars, which were kind of sprawled all over the map and was sort of difficult to work around. Like, you absolutely needed a pathing algorithm, and we sort of had one, but it wasn't that great. So, oh well. I've been working a little bit on some programming. Uh, Most recently, today I touched a repository that had some code that was trying to do a Monte Carlo simulation of um, basic income versus basic job. So, uh, one of the concern people who have been following trends in technology have is that we're starting to hit a turning point where more automation is available from the for various tasks. Like Google is working on automating driverless cars, and many other vehicle manufacturers are also working on that. And it's sort of expected that we'll have cars that don't require drivers within 10 years or so. So, considering that, say, trucking is like 3% of US GDP, and if we automated all of the semis, then we have a significant number of truckers who will be out of a job, not through any fault of their own, but simply because it's safer to have a computer drive the truck rather than a human drive the truck. So, a couple of the solutions have been proposed. One of them is basic income, which is basically you get welfare no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're young or you're old or you're rich or you're poor or you have a disability or whatever. The government gives you a monthly or a weekly stipend or something. The other proposal on the table is a basic job where if you can't find a job, then the government will create a job for you, whether that's digging a hole in the ground and then filling it in the next day, or cleaning up trash in the park, or whatever. So this guy was exploring some very crude models to see what happens to the economy if you do that. And I'm not really sure. I don't even really understand the graph that he's creating. I need to reread the legend and understand what the x and y axis are. But a Monte Carlo simulation is where you basically run a random number generator for a couple 100,000 uh, elements, and you try to approximate what might happen, given a certain normal distribution for this function or a binomial distribution for that function. Let's just run it 100,000 times and see what kind of curves we get on our graph. So I was sort of poking at the code to see what that does. Um, been doing okay with the exercise. It's been mostly walking and running. And when I can't get into the gym, which is weird because sometimes the card doesn't work on the gym at my apartment. I'm not really sure why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Then I just have been working through an app that has a list of exercises that you could do. Push ups, the slow mountain climber, which is sort of like a push up, only you bring your leg up and bump your knee into your elbow and then put it back. So yeah, so I'm trying to keep up with a new project, which is exercise every day and write code every day. So been doing okay. I'm on a 4-day streak at this point for both of them. So I'm using a new program called Habit RPG, which is gamifies your life by turning it into a role playing game. So if you click the habit button, if you mark off that you did something today, then you get experience points, and if you didn't do it, then you take damage. So kind of amusing. This Easter weekend, my parents came up to say hello, celebrate my birthday. We went out to a country dancing club or something. No, they called it contra dancing. But when we got, it was just some place that my mom had looked up online. So we got there, and it looked like you were going to the AARP convention. And half of the, 60 or 70 or 80-year-old women there were wearing skirts that didn't come down to their knees. And that's about as regrettable as you might think. So it was impressive in that the dancing was very intricate, and you had to understand all the calls and all the moves and everything. Unfortunately, myself and my parents did not, and so we were unable to participate because we had no idea what they were doing. So we quietly made our exit, and so we ran off to an ice cream shop, and that was much more fun. We got to just relax and talk to my parents, and I enjoy talking with my parents. They're very smart people, so that was nice, ish. We salvaged the evening, so we'll call it that. After that, when we got home, my parents said, you know what you should do? Hydroponics. What? Okay. So they got me this head of lettuce, which is just a head of lettuce that's sitting in a mason jar full of water here, and there is a tiny little amount of fertilizer there. And they tell me I'm supposed to blow into the tiny little straw they have here to aerate the plant once a day. And they say it takes 3 weeks or so for a new round of leaves to build up around the outside, and then every once in a while you can make a salad. So we'll see how that goes. I've never claimed to have a green thumb, and my parents don't really have green thumbs either, but apparently they've made that one work. So, yeah. What else? I ordered a Magic deck builder kit, which is a basic kit for playing Magic the Gathering. I got to play it at the last Board Gamers conference or meeting I went to, and had a lot of fun with that. So, it was fun playing 1 or 2 games, and the entry price, like the cost of the kit was like $20, and to me, I think that's totally adequate. So, certainly a fair price to pay for a board game. So, there's that. And what else? So that's on the way. And yeah, so that kind of keeps me up to date. I'm still working on projects at work, but that's boring. So, although we're working on getting a new architecture for that using HBase and Hadoop and Crunch and Scoop. So I still need to look up what all those terms are and what they mean and what that implies. But it sounds a lot more fun than the stuff I was currently working on. So that's about it. That's about my life for now. So exercise and practice programming, and got a family vacation coming up soon, end of May or so. So headed out to North Carolina for that. So yeah, that gets me caught up to today. Thanks for watching, guys.